I initiate the this process of group discussion, let me give you the brief as I give you always in any of the group discussion. See, number one, you put in your mind, GD is a very simple thing. अपने दिमाग में डालो कि GD कुछ भी नहीं है, कोई ट्रबल नहीं है. GD is a very very simple thing. एंड यू नो ये जो हुआ है ना जीडी का कि पता नहीं जीडी कैसा होगा. जीडी डिपेंड्स अपॉन नॉलेज, जीडी डिपेंड्स अपॉन कम्युनिकेशन स्किल. बोथ आर इनकरेक्ट, बोथ आर इनकरेक्ट. It neither depends upon solely knowledge nor on communication. It is not English based phenomena. वो नहीं है. आपको क्या है, कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए कि भाई साहब मैं बोल लूंगा. कॉन्फिडेंस है तो आप कर लेंगे, और वो कॉन्फिडेंस रिफ्लेक्ट होता है कि आपका वॉइस लेवल, आपका आई कॉन्टेक्ट्स, आपका यू आर टू सी वन अनदर, यू आर टू बेसिकली कीप योरसेल्फ एक्टिव एंड वेरी अटेंटिव. यू नीड टू बी वेरी वेरी अटेंटिव ड्यूरिंग डिस्कशन. नाउ डिस्कशन हैज थ्री पार्ट्स. One is introduction, then the body in which you discuss, third is conclusion. I tell you about all three. Introduction में couple of lines are same. You have to say the same lines. What those lines are? Good evening friends, my name is Vijender Singh and I initiate the discussion today. Friends, the topic today given for the discussion is this. I believe it is a very interesting topic and I'm very sure all of us have very good points to contribute, to add in the discussion. Friends, this topic is, topic के बारे में बोलो. अगर एक दो लाइन आती है तो टॉपिक के बारे में बोलो. Friends, in my opinion, we can talk about this topic in two directions, two perspectives. So there are two perspectives to this topic, discussion of this topic. One of the perspective is this, another perspective is this. अगर आप उसका कोई डायसेक्शन कर सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं कि भाई मैं ये बोलने वाला हूं या हम सब लोगों को ये बोलना चाहिए, वो इंट्रोडक्शन है. इंट्रोडक्शन में तुम डायरेक्शन देते हो डिस्कशन को. यू नीड टू गिव डायरेक्शन टू द डिस्कशन इन द इंट्रोडक्शन एंड दैट डायरेक्शन यू विल डिसाइड. एंड सपोज यू इंट्रोड्यूस्ड एंड अदर्स आर फॉलोइंग योर डायरेक्शन, द डायरेक्शन व्हिच यू गेव, देन इट इज वेरी गुड. Now after that, once you have spoken couple of lines, let us say for 2 minutes, then you say okay, now friends, I open the house for the discussion. I will give chance to each one of you to speak for 2 minutes in introduction. The moment house is open, you start discussing among yourself. Do not create chaos. Be very normal and keep adding in the discussion. So it is very important to listen to others. It is very important to listen to others. And you know, even if you don't know much about the topic, you can listen to others, either add to their points or reject their points, criticize their points. You can do something like that. And you can participate in the discussion. So you can be part of discussion and you are to listen to others. Very attentively you are to listen to others. That is something which is very important. You know, you are to nod when somebody is speaking, you are to nod, you are to contribute into that. So listen to the points of others, add to that, subtract from that, and keep discussing. It should look like that you are interested in the discussion and you are participating. Don't keep sitting like this. Don't keep sitting like this. You need to maintain some kind of dynamism. You know, you need to move around and you need to nod. ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि तुम nodding कर रहे हो. और थोड़ा सा यार static चेहरा नहीं बनाना है. थोड़ा सा smile करो. देखो अमोक smile कर रहा है. Something like that. आनंद smile कर रहा है. अमलेश smile कर रहा है. So that smiling face I want. You know, laughing नहीं. सुमित not laughing. ये दांत नहीं दिखना चाहिए यार. दांत नहीं दिखना चाहिए. Only smiling तक रहना चाहिए. And उसके बाद जब conclusion बोला जाएगा, conclusion will be for 1 minute. Conclusion is all about what others has spoken. Introduction is yours, conclusion is of the group. तो आपको, आपने जब डिस्कशन चल रहा होगा तो आपने बाई नेम हर एक का वो लिख लेना है कि अच्छा विजय त्रिपाठी ने ये पॉइंट बोला यार, उसने सुमित ने ये बोला, अमोघ ने ये बोला, और क्या कंसेंसस बना कि नहीं बना. And at the end you can say, so friends, I take the opportunity to conclude the discussion. We had a really good discussion here. We did not have a very smooth discussion. We had a smooth discussion. We could reach to consensus. We could not reach to the consensus. जो भी रहा होगा वो बोलना है. And friends, some members like Vijay was of the opinion, Sumit said like this, Aditya said like this, and Amog was of this opinion. I think like this. So this was the conclusion. ऐसे भाई आपने conclude करना है. तो बोलना है, बोल के प्रैक्टिस होगा. बाकी जीडी इज नॉट समथिंग कि मैं फंडे दे दूंगा और तुम याद कर लोगे और हो जाएगा. ये मैं ब्रीफ देता हूं, हर बार देता हूं डिस्कशन से पहले, लेकिन करके ही आएगा. बस एक चीज तुम कर लो कि दिमाग से डर निकाल दो, जीडी कोई प्रॉब्लम है. जीडी कुछ भी नहीं है, बिलीव मी ऑन दैट. जीडी इज अ वेरी वेरी सिंपल थिंग. लेकिन आप इसको अगर सिंपल लोगे, स्ट्रेट लोगे, कुछ ट्रिक्स खेलोगे, कुछ कॉन्फिडेंस डिस्प्ले करोगे, यू विल स्किम थ्रू. दैट इज हाउ इट इज डन. So any question you have before I give you a topic? Now there are two kind of topics given in GD. One is current related topic. जो current में चल रहा होता है उससे related topic आपको दिया जाता है. दूसरा जो टॉपिक होता है दैट इज रिलेटेड टू बेसिकली स्टैटिक टॉपिक, दैट इज अ स्टैटिक टॉपिक, जो भी कुछ भी बोला जा सकता है उसके ऊपर बोलो, एनी टॉपिक विच यू, नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए उसके लिए, लेकिन उसके लिए थिंकिंग चाहिए, थिंकिंग रिलेटेड टॉपिक भी दिया जाता है. तो टुडे आई विल बी गिविंग यू थिंकिंग रिलेटेड टॉपिक. आई एम वेरी श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव समथिंग टू से ऑन दैट टॉपिक. बड़ा सिंपल टॉपिक है, थिंक करना और उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बोलना. एनी क्वेश्चन इफ यू हैव बिफोर आई गो, कैन यू स्टार्ट?
Yes, sir.
तो ओके, दिस इज द, एक बार टॉपिक दूंगा, सब म्यूट करो अपने आप को प्लीज, कीप योरसेल्फ म्यूट. एंड जिसका नाम मैं लूंगा फिर वो उस जीडी के बारे में बात करेगा, जिसका मैं नाम लूंगा वही बोलेगा. सो द टॉपिक टुडे इज फार्मर बिकम्स रिच, नेशन बिकम्स रिच. फार्मर बिकम्स रिच, नेशन बिकम्स रिच. Farmer becomes rich, nation becomes rich. Normally topic given is very simple, but if you have any doubt, you cannot ask coordinator. You should not ask coordinator. Normally that is not to be done. So topic is simple, but you cannot say sir इसके बारे में थोड़ा elaborate करके बताना, इसका मतलब क्या है. You cannot say that. You have to use your mind and think of it. Farmer becomes rich, nation becomes rich. I give you 30 more seconds, think over it, and then we initiate it. Okay, so I think now we can start. So I start it from Shivam Agarwal.
Good evening, friends. My name is Shivam Agrawal, and I am very happy that sir has given me the opportunity to start this discussion. So today's topic is farmers becomes rich, and then nation becomes rich. So I would like to say this is very interesting topic and quite uh, we can think over it. And I would say that farmers are responsible for the agricultural GDP for any country. So yes, there is a direct relation, according to me, that if farmers are growing, then nation will definitely grow, and it also reflects in the economy of a nation. So yes, we can do a very good discussion over this topic. So I hope that everybody a very everybody is going to give their points in very good manner, so we will get a very good outcome. Thank you, guys.
Amok.
Good evening, friends. I am glad to start the topic. Farmers becomes rich, nation becomes rich. So I want to say that our economy was not mainly based on the farmers, or we can say that farming, but we know that our 50% of the population is dependent on farming. But our main economy GDP comes from the services. So we should think about the farmers, and if farmers become rich, then obviously when our population more than 50% is depending on the farming, then if they will become richer, then country will grow rapidly, and we can become the superpower, and we can increase our GDP and economy. And we hope that the many other persons will also conclude in will give this, their input and very important input. And so I I want to open for the open floors for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, Vijay.
Yes, good evening, sir. I'm glad to introduce you to the topic. Fancy topic given for discussion is farmers become rich and nations become rich. Yes, this is very true for our country, for our country like India, where more than 50% people are involved in the agriculture sector. Yeah, but the condition we see in present scenario is totally different. The condition of farmers is not that much good. In our country, very small farmers who have very less land, less than 2 hectare lands have they own. So the conditions of farmers is not up to that. But if we try to improve on this direction, then definitely we will contribute a large part in our GDP. So I open the house for the discussion and invite all of you to give their suggestion, opinion for this interesting topic. So I opened it, the house for the discussion. Thank you.
Aditya.
Friends, my name is Aditya Pathak, and today I've got the opportunity to speak on the topic that is if the farmers will become rich, then the nation will also become rich. In my knowledge, the topic is quite interesting, and it is quite interesting, and we should really think on this because as my friend just mentioned that more than 50% of population of India is dependent on farming only, and it only contribute to 18% of our GDP. So in my knowledge, the topic is of quite interesting, and now I open the house for discussion. Let's have a healthy discussion.
Okay, Anand.
Good evening, friend. My name is Anand Kumar. The topic here given for the discussion is the farmer become rich, then nation become rich. According to me, this is a very interesting topic, and we can think on this topic and we can put our points. And जैसा कि हम लोग जानते हैं कि वी आर लिविंग इन द कृषि प्रधान देश. सो भारत एक कृषि प्रधान देश है जहाँ पे एक हम लोग का भी राष्ट्रगीत भी है कि मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले उगले हीरा मोती. तो आवर जो हमारे जो कंट्री है, सो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में जैसे कि हमारे फ्रेंड्स बहुत सारे डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि 50% लोग जो है पॉपुलेशन जो है एग्रीकल्चर में बिलीव करते हैं. सो we should really think on this topic and we can discuss on this topic and we can conclude on at here in a very good manner. So this was my opinion, and I am very sure that we all have the very good points for this topic. So I open the house for the
Okay, Sumit. Sumit.
Friends, my name is Sumit. Hello.
Yes, Sumit. Sumit, go ahead. Okay, you're not audible. So in the meantime, I think we can Shivam, you can go ahead.
Now.
Achha, Shivam,
Now,
you have spoken. Now
yes.
I think Amalesh.
Good evening to all of you. My name is Amalesh Kumar. I am very glad to start the discussion. And the today's topic given to us for discussion is farmer becomes rich and nation becomes rich. So I would like to tell some point on this topic. Our 60 to 70% of population of our country depends on agriculture. So that much people depends on agriculture, but they are contributing only 15 to 70% of our Indian GDP. So this is a very serious topic. So we have to discuss on this, and this is also interesting topic. So I would like to invite all of us to participate in this group discussion.
Okay. So then I think Sumit, you can speak now.
sir, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, Sumit, go ahead.
So good friends. My name is Sumit, and I take opportunity to start this group discussion. Topic given to us is that farmer becomes rich, nation becomes rich. So this is very quite interesting topic. Such like in country India, where the most of the population is directly or indirectly dependent upon the agriculture. So we have to think about in that direction, so that how we can improve the our agriculture system, so that farmer becomes rich, and they will directly impact our GDP, or to improve our country in a in different kinds of level. So we have to think about in that direction. So this is about my opinion, and I open the house for discussion to our friends.
Shravan, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Everyone, my colleague. Today, this is a very interesting and good topic, that is farmer become rich and nation become rich. We have already talked about the contribution of agriculture sector in our economic, but today I would like to say that contribution is not important, which nation should provide the other agriculture extension services to the agriculture farmers, because if nation will not provide the agriculture extension services like new innovations in the agriculture sector, by which that can help the farmer to improve their productivity. If productivity will not improve, then GDP will ultimately not improve. So government should focus on the farmers' interest in the means how much government can provide the means provide the advanced technology to the farmers, by which the farmers can contribute in the good manner. And secondly, the government should also give concessional financial assistance to the farmers that can help them to cultivate their productive productions, etc. So ultimately, I want to like the GDP. I know agriculture sectors, service sector, and manufacturing sector, that is a boon of our economy. But simultaneously, we should also focus that how government can provide the best and advanced technology to the farmers that can help them to produce the good that can help them to produce the good production, and in easily manner and in advanced technology without the much efforts. So at last, I want to say that at last I want to say that government should focus on the agriculture sector, because it contributes more than 50% to our GDP economy. So thanks.
Okay, I think now we can initiate, we can open the house for the discussion, and now you can unmute yourself, all of you, so that we start discussing among ourselves. And I expect very smooth discussion among you, not chaotic discussion. Please go ahead.
According to me, Fred, let me speak. Farmers becomes rich, the nation becomes rich. And at this stage, in the first quarter of the GDP, we found that only the agriculture sector was the GDP was the positive, and in all the sector was the GDP was negative. But due to this COVID pandemic, the data was the
our topic is not that. Our topic is for the farmers.
For 3 months period.
Become rich, then nation become rich.
Yes,
we don't have
yes.
to talk about.
So our nation will become rich then when our GDP will be high now. So
why we are talking about only the GDP contribution?
We have to talk about if farmers
produce the good productivity. Why we are not talking about that we can provide the good facilities and agriculture services to the farmers.
as my
Yes,
friend is
I
talking
agree
about
with
productivity,
Good
good
point
point.
that we should
I
provide
agree.
some good
I
technologies.
agree with what my
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Agree with
we are
point,
talking
but
about in a reverse
farmer is
manner.
every time
We should first consider that farmers are, if farmers are becoming rich, then how they can
please,
implement the
please speak one by
good
one. Please
technology
speak
Yes,
one by one.
in their
I
Yes,
am
yes,
agree
process,
yes.
with you that
so
if
that
farmers will be richer
yes,
with
yeah,
with the help of the productivity and also with the
yeah.
help of the MSP, we should provide
Yeah. Then
good MSP for the
see, if
become to
farmers,
them rich. If they
But
will,
but Amol,
farmers,
what you are saying that we should provide the good MSP. Then we know that there is a 20 plus
no, by
crop
providing
where the
proper
MSP
technical support to
MSP is
farmers,
Anand, my
provided.
point is,
But
if
don't be
farmers are rich,
we
but
are
we
not able to listen everyone.
Friends, why we
I
were
am
not
saying that there are
Please
20 plus crop
speak one
where
by
the
one. Please speak
Yes,
one by
MSP is
one. Na?
yes,
MSP is
We are
provided, but
creating a chaos.
we are not
Please speak one by one. Anand.
getting the
Yes.
MSP of the when the farmers sell their crops, then they are
no,
not
no,
getting
listen,
the
sir.
minimum
Listen, why
minimum
why we
supporting
are
that's
not
getting
price.
talking
MSP,
why
yeah,
we are
that's
not
getting
talking
MSP.
about the why we are not talking about
listen,
the why we are
farmer
not
cannot
talking
able
about the
to do
transportation
unload.
facility to the
There
farmers.
must be a
Why we
government
are
support
not
Yes,
to
talking
the
of
about the
course,
farmer.
I
The
agree
transportation
with
farmer
you.
is
I
able
agree
to
with you.
maintain
to the
their
The
farmers.
technical
discipline
support to the farmers.
by government
Yes,
support.
yes, I agree with you.
Farmer
Equipment. Why we are
farmer can
not
do
providing the
Yes, yes,
scientific
yes.
50%
equipment
in
to
the
the farmers?
agriculture
Why we
Yes,
are not
Shravan,
talking about
yes,
productivity.
so Shravan,
only
my
Okay.
point is,
only when we are talking about the GDP. Why only we are talking about GDP?
Oh,
First, we
okay,
should
okay.
we will talk after
Okay,
we
GDP.
Sarvan,
have to
First
we
of
have to
all,
talk
we should
we
finish
have
the
to talk
GDP.
other
All
okay,
topics will
number
come
of ways,
what we in
number
the
of ways
everything
how
will come in
farmer
1 minute.
can optimize.
Please listen everyone and do not be chaotic. We will talk
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
GDP also. Please
Mhm.
consider
Yeah, yeah.
everyone's point. If he is finishing
Yes,
GDP, after that what you want to say you can add.
Yes.
Don't be
yes, yes.
chaotic, please.
Exactly, I
Yeah,
agree
Sorry
correct,
with
for
correct,
the
I agree with you.
correct,
and
Apurva.
we should go further first.
Yes,
do
sir.
not
yes.
have to
Actually,
focus only on the GDP. There are so many factors that depends.
Yes,
hello.
we need as you were saying that you were saying about friend. My friend was saying about the productivity. We can increase productivity with the help of productivity. We need the MSPs and we need to the services also as we should provide for their transportation issues. As my some of my friend was saying about the
The
services.
top,
Yes, yes, yes,
the
I agree
topic
that
is the
government should provide
topic is
technical
not
support
that
to the
how to
farmers.
make farmer rich. The topic is, see, we are diverting from the topic. The topic is not that
Yes,
how to
no,
make farmers rich. The topic
Yes,
actually is,
yes.
the
We believe
topic is
that
very
if
Correct,
simple.
correct.
We
we will
have
get
to
transportation
just discuss
facilities,
that
they will.
We
what
have
is
to
the, if we have
What,
to just discuss that if the farmer is becoming rich, the nation is
Adit,
overall growing.
Adit,
yeah
We
what
we
are you
have
like
to
to
saying?
we
You
have
make
to
are
talk
What
correct.
about
I'm saying
If we
is
the
will,
number of
that
ways,
this is the
number of
proportional
ways
thing.
yes,
that
yes.
That
how
is I am
farmers
saying
The
how
thing is
farmers
that
can
farmer
affect the
farmers is
nation that
directly
yes, Adit, you are.
according to
contributing
their process.
their
You are saying it is
speak one
correct.
by
You are saying it is correct, but when we will provide the facilities of
so
transportation,
that
then they will be
we
able to
can
sell their
yes, yes, yes.
products.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah.
will
yeah,
become
yeah,
rich.
yeah.
Yes,
And
sir,
I
you are
believe
right.
that
I
it is
complete
relevant for the topic.
yes.
And Adit, you are saying you are
Yes,
very
Amog, I
correct.
completely agree with you.
Uh,
But yes, yes,
as
complete.
you
I
know,
completely see.
everyone know
Please
our
let me finish. Please
population
let me finish, Amlesh.
70% of.
See,
Adit,
see,
Okay,
please
okay.
see,
respect you.
see, see. If we discuss about the how a nation become rich, so they actually we have discussed about that there are three parts of GDP. Okay, so
Yes,
one
sir.
is agriculture and one is the service and manufacturing sectors. Okay, so if our farmers are becoming rich, so the agriculture sector is also going up. Okay, and if our
Okay.
farmers will get more and more money, so they will also going to invest in the service and manufacturing sector
Yeah,
also. So on
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
can say
They
that
can
if
they can
Yeah,
provide their
yes,
own
yes, yes,
transportations
that is
as
also a
well as
valid
the
point,
storage.
Aditya, right?
They can store
yes, yes.
but
their
if you
crops and
I
See,
sell
my,
at the time
see,
of
I want to
will
add
finish
one
this
more
first.
point in
usually the
Aditya's
yeah,
point
thing
is
is that
that
I am
country
agree.
They
will
are
become
allowed to
rich
speak,
when
Vijay.
That
the money
Vijay
of
want to
our
speak.
entire country is
Yes, Vijay, speak. Vijay.
Adit,
Friends,
Yes,
as
yes.
you know, everyone knows
If we should
70% of our
if you
population
consider
depends on
around
agriculture. So government should focus on means mainly on agriculture because more number of population depends on agriculture. So government should
uh,
give the facility to farmer
yes,
to
yes,
like
yes,
that
yes,
to
yes.
Yes, Amlesh.
exactly,
You are right.
exactly. You are
Yes, you are
provide
you
the
are
right.
you are right,
That's
but
why the government has
technology
decided
the
that
point I want
instead
to
so
of
point
that
4%,
we
once
more
that's why
government
that's
support
why the
him
government has
because
decided that 3 to
farmer
4
cannot able
percent
to
of
do
GDP
alone.
they will spend on the agriculture. But this is not happening right now.
I have
Only the
one point.
0.5%
I
of
want
the
to add one
GDP
next point.
is spending on the
yeah, yeah.
agriculture sector.
What
So
I want one
Yeah,
extra
I
point
agree
to
with with you,
listen.
Anand. Okay. As you know,
The
as you know,
Please speak
the
one by
last
one. We are
time
creating a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
Please speak one by one.
ओके, जैसे कि हम लोग
you
जानते
can
हैं,
put your points. You can put your points.
okay, my dear friends, जैसे कि हम लोग
Okay, listen one by one. Okay, listen one by
Hello.
one.
We are not able to contribute or please speak
Yes,
one by
yes,
one.
yes.
We will
Sumit,
share
Sumit, yes.
they are,
Let's speak one by
please
one.
do a
You can
smooth,
put
smooth
your
discussion.
point. There is no problem. You can put your point. We are here.
Yeah, one
from
by
the farmers,
it will be
they are
effective
growing more and
one by
more.
one.
But the condition of our
Yeah,
farmers
But
is
I want
very
to
poor.
get the point that eventually we
Yes,
will
sir.
make our country rich. So we think in direct money. So
See, I would like
the
to
money of
I would like to
our
add.
country will circulate only in our country, not beyond other country like USA, Australia. So
We should help our farmers by
only
providing
our
technical
entire
instruments
country, then
and
country will become rich. So we are independent of other countries. So we mainly we have to focus on where the most of population is dependent upon.
Okay.
See, I would like.
Yes, yes.
I want to
Yes,
tell
yes.
that we are already given the farmers are rich. See, then I am saying the farmers are backbone of a country, and yes, they are responsible
Yes.
for producing any type of crop. Okay, then if they are rich, then they will be able to implement good technology, and they will be able to a good kind of or better kind of crop.
yes, yes.
So,
I agree with
so
Shivam.
then
I agree with Shivam.
and then
Yes, sir.
and then the people of a country
Yes.
will grow in a healthy manner, and they will give their best
If
to
you
develop a
compare,
nation.
you
Okay, so
Okay,
this is my point.
another country.
yeah. What
If
Shubham
someone
said,
want to
I
add, then
yes,
agree
please
with
yes,
you.
welcome.
Shivam,
So main thing,
Yes,
main
no,
thing
You know,
uh,
friend,
it is
you know,
okay.
at this
why
time, our
why
government,
farmer
hello, friend.
मतलब
Do you
Yes,
know
yes.
our government at
Yes,
this
yes,
time
Amlesh, you,
giving the
Amlesh.
one nation,
okay, dear friends,
one
first
country,
we
one
have
nation.
to focus on this thing. Why farmer getting suicide day by day, increasing suicide rate increasing day by day.
See,
Yeah,
Amlesh, I beg to differ, but
Our
I
point.
beg to differ, but the topic is not
I have
about
one
farmer
point.
suiciding.
I
Yeah,
think
that
topic
is
not
that
that
is
relevant.
Like
I
the,
am not able
see,
to
related to
see,
how to
I have one point.
please, please
okay,
let me
Aditya,
finish.
listen,
Please let me
listen.
finish.
Please
Please
stick to the topic.
yes,
Aditya,
Speak one
listen,
point.
yeah.
one thing, listen.
Please
How
let me
to
finish.
farmer become
See,
rich?
actually,
How to
when
farmer
they are
become
discussing
rich?
about when they are,
Okay. Listen
Friends,
first.
yeah,
I think we are divert from our topic.
No,
I think we are divert from
yes,
our
when
topic.
when
You
listen,
know,
please
We
let me
should
finish, guys.
compare.
When
We should
please let me
Aditya,
finish.
you can
Actually,
respond.
one point. Please listen. Please
yes,
listen.
yes.
We should compare India and
The
we
thing
should
is
compare
that
India and
the
USA.
thing is that the thing is that
Yeah,
when
Aditya.
we will produce more in our country, the thing is that when we will produce more in our country, so we are eventually reducing our
Yes.
dependency from other countries.
Okay,
Okay,
Aditya.
we will
Because
export more,
because
and we will
I'm
export
sorry
more,
to
and we will
yeah,
interrupting you,
right.
we will
Aditya.
import. So that is also going
Aditya,
to contribute in
Yeah,
nation
Aditya is
development.
correct here.
Sorry,
Our nation
Aditya.
See, you are
yes,
right, and also if
Do
they
we
are
know,
rich,
friends?
they would be
Actually,
able to grow a large amount of production in a small ground. I would say, because then the productivity will also increase. This is the point.
you
I
are
think.
right, but हम लोग को पता है जो हमारा जो farmers है, हमारे जो
still we
farmers
are
है, they are
dependent on the
not
import
selling
of the
their
agriculture
their
product.
वो लोग जो अपने फसल को जो है सही दाम पे भी नहीं बेच रहे हैं. They are not able to sell their crops at the right price. So इस तरह से क्या हो रहा है कि उन लोग भी बहुत सारे घाटे में जा रहे हैं. फिर अगर जहां हम लोग अभी एक नया जो स्कीम लाया है, वन नेशन वन मार्केट, इस तरह से जो है फार्मर्स कैन डायरेक्टली सेल देयर प्रोडक्ट्स टू द कंपनी.
Yeah,
Aditya,
what Anand says, this is right.
Anand, you are
right.
correct.
Anand, I agree with Anand that farmer not
Okay,
able to
this is-
sell their product in
Anand,
the right price. So they
so
eventually
इस तरह
they
से क्या है?
Anand, we should focus on the manpower.
Anand,
We should focus on the
you made a
manpower.
very
How much
good point.
manpower we spend.
You made a very
How
good point, but I
how
would
much
like to
manpower
also
we
add one
spend.
What
thing.
I
Yeah, you can add, Aditya.
Yes, yes. What I would like to add, that if we are saying that the farmers are becoming rich, so in that case, if they are becoming rich, they will get access of eventually they will access more of the technologies, and eventually the productivity will also increase. So that is a continuous process. If we are empowering our farmers for one, so
Okay,
it
Aditya,
is a
I have to
continuous.
Yeah,
interrupt
you are
you.
right.
we have to
That
I have one question.
we
Okay,
should
relate
move
the
Aditya.
into the
farmers'
technology part.
performance
We can,
to the nation's development. I think.
Friends,
I want to add.
Hello, dear friends.
we should go through the conclusion. So we have already talked about the mores, and we should go through the conclusion. And we have not taken the topic. We have not taken the most important topic in the agriculture. That is, we are wholly dependent on the imports of the agricultural products.
Okay, Sarvan, you can put your
So
points.
we
We are here to listen
Yes,
you. There is
why-
still there, we have
Let
time.
Sarvan speak.
We can discuss.
yes.
after
I
independence,
you made a good point, but the thing is that we should also know that India as a country is not mostly dependent to other countries for its agriculture product. We are a good importer of many things. Like we are a very good exporter
Yes,
of
Aditya, yes.
we are a good exporter of wheat, and also that is not a very valid point.
I know you
We
know.
are mainly
I
a
add one more point.
exporter,
I
not
add one more
importer.
point.
I believe that.
Still we are dependent on the
I
Pakistan.
add
Like
one more
less-
point.
Little bit, not more than it. It is. We can neglect all these things because
One more
we are
point.
Yes, yes,
mainly are dependent on export, not import. In
yes.
the sector of the
The
farming, we can believe
manpower
that.
we involve.
Farming
Among, do
sector,
you know India is
I think we are independent.
second
The farming sector.
largest importer country?
Mention this
Among,
point.
do you know?
No,
Among, do you know
no, I
India
don't
is second importer,
Agriculture.
second largest country who is importing?
But the
know. But I
listen, the
believe that I don't know India is second importer, but I believe that India
Okay,
is
now
mainly
now I think
exporter.
okay, now I think we can start conclusion. So please mute yourself all, and I will give chance to each one of you to conclude now. So I think we can start from Aditya. Aditya, please conclude yourself. Aditya.
Uh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to conclude the discussion. So we had a very good discussion in which we came to know through many points. Like we discussed about that. We discussed that how most of our population is dependent on agriculture sector. So if we are increasing, if we are empowering our farmers, so that will eventually lead to our GDP growth and growth of the nation. Then we also talked about the productivity. One of our friends discussed about the productivity, that if we are empowering the farmers, so our productivity will also increase. And then we talked about the new technology that we should invest in the agriculture sector. And we also discussed that the agriculture is the backbone of our country, as most of the population is dependent on agriculture. And we have also discussed about the various development, and we have also discussed that if we'll empower our farmers, it will grow more in our country. So we are one way or another, we are reducing our imports, and we are increasing our exports. So that is also good for our economy, and that is very good for our national good for our nation development. Thank you.
Okay, Amlesh. Amlesh.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to conclude this discussion. So I would like, I have seen this discussion. All have my dear friends giving the good point, and they are telling the how the means India the GDP affected by the means agriculture sector. Okay, and what is the role of means farmer in the our GDP? Okay, so what is the need? Means what is the need to improve means the agriculture sector, and how to become farmer rich? So that all these things have to discuss in this topic. So I think this was a very good discussion, and thanks all.
Okay, so Amog.
I'm glad to conclude that there, and I believe that it was great discussion. As Steven was mentioning, if farmer will be richer, then it will add, they will get technology also. So I think that it will improve their productivity also. And one my friend was saying about the suicide, his name is Amles, and I think that it is also a very significant point. If day by day suicide are increasing in the farmers, it should be decreased by the providing services, as my friend was explaining about how should we improve, give them services for that productivity. And uh, Aditya was talking about the GDP. Yes, it is India's GDP should be dependent on the farmers, because our 50% population is dependent on the farming, but our GDP is not dependent as much as we should rely on the farming. So I think that it was my conclusion. And thank you.
Okay, Anand.
discussion was very good. We have convergence on the many good points, and according to me, that I have also mentioned the points like there is one scheme is going on, one nation, one market, and the like the our friend Sarvan Aditya has mentioned that a new technology that can come into the market, so that in this way the farmers can increase their productivity. And so government should also add some like the 3 to 4% of the GDP into the agriculture. In this way that productivity can increase. And like the we all know that the agriculture is the backbone of our country. So in this way we can directly nation GDP is directly proportional to, we can say, the farmer's reach. If the farmer becomes rich, then we can easily say that the nation also can become the rich. So that's all my point.
Okay, Vijay.
Thank you.
Vijay.
Yes, sir. Thanks for giving me opportunity for discussion. We had a very good discussion. We discussed many points that how to increase the productivity of farmers, how to make them rich. One of my friends discussed about technical support, new innovation, providing financial assessment, and we discussed about GDP. How we can increase 1 or 2% by increasing our export. As we one of our discussed that we had some agriculture products we depend on Pakistan or some other small countries. So this is a very good discussion. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Shivam.
Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity for conclusion. I would say that discussion was on quite a bit on the rough side, but because some of us were talking about that how to make farmers rich, because they are not making good profit and all. But I would say that a topic was not that. Half of time was on the topic only. So I would say yes, a topic is quite interesting, and we got conclusion like GDP will definitely increase if farmers become rich, because they will be able to implement good technology as they are going rich, and yes, the dependency of the economy on the agriculture is quite visible. So thank you, sir. This is my conclusion.
Sumit.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So thanks for this opportunity, sir, to conclude the group discussion. So we have good discussion on the given topic, and mainly our discussion is only focused that how farmer becomes rich, and how new technological things can improve the farmer productivity, and how government contribution will help to increase to farmer rich. So we mainly discuss about the farmer, and that leads to the that leads to make our country reach anyhow. So this is conclusion from me.
Okay, Aditya, you're done. Sorry, Shravan, you're done.
It's still pending.
Okay,
no,
go
sir,
ahead.
still pending.
Go ahead.
Thanks for sir, giving us such opportunity to conclude. We have taken, all of you talk about the innovations and GDP contributions, and like import of, we are still dependent on the import of agriculture productivity from the small countries. So we have taken the all sectors, and we have discussion about the GDP contributions, and like providing the agriculture extension services to the farmers. And we have also talked about the like nowadays how farmer suicide go through the suicide because a lot of the financial pressures. So further we can make this discussion more interesting. But almost we have taken all the topics, and so at last I want to thanks all my team members and you sir for giving me such opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, so I think now you can we can discuss about how it all went. I told you that in the beginning you have to say something about the topic, whether it is interesting, relevant topic, thought-provoking topic, or what is this. So Shivam said it is interesting and related to thinking. You know, related to thinking means it is thought-provoking topic. Friends, this topic is both interesting, thought-provoking, as well as relevant from the current perspective, because there's a lot of farm agitation going on in our country as of now. And that largely because new farm bill has also come, and people are basically opposing that also, that it will make our farmers even more poor. So you can talk about in the beginning that this topic is actually what is this, interesting, thought-provoking, or what this is. So you can say, sir, this topic actually is not only interesting and thought-provoking, but also relevant from today's perspective, because a lot of things are going on. So you can say that line first. After that you can say these are the kind of topics in which you are to take a stand, whether you agree, partially disagree, partially disagree, or what. You need to take a stand. So you can always say, yes, farmers are if farmers are rich, nation is rich. I totally agree with this particular statement, friends. At least in case of India, that is true, where the India is agrarian country, and larger population in India is directly or indirectly dependent upon agriculture, directly or indirectly. You need to say that. So introduction would have been this. But now what about the perspective? What perspective we have to give? So friends, after having accepted and agreed to the statement that the farmers become rich, nation become rich, after accepting and agreeing to this statement, we can discuss on this topic further, like why farmers in our country are not rich. Because if our nation is to become rich and great, our farmers are to become rich. So why they are not rich, and what can be done to make them rich? So we can discuss on that. तो आप एक डायरेक्शन दे सकते हो कि भाई रिच क्यों नहीं है, अभी हमारे फार्मर रिच क्यों नहीं है, और उसको रिच बनाने के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं. तो क्लियरली उसको बोलो how we can basically do that. So what will be the ideal introduction is, good evening friends, my name is Vijender Singh. I take the opportunity to initiate the discussion. Friends, the topic today for the discussion is farmer become rich, nation become rich. I totally agree with this. It is a true statement. At least in case of India, this is a true statement. Friends, this is a very, very interesting topic, and this is not only a thought-provoking topic, but it is also relevant from present day perspective. When new farm bill has come, and our country farmers of our nation, which already are poor, they are agitating that this bill may make them even poorer. So it's a very interesting topic, friends, and I believe we can discuss, after having agreed to the statement, we can discuss that why farmers are not rich and how they can be made rich so that country becomes rich. That is the ideal introduction, जिसमें सब बात आ जाएगी. अब अमोघ ने जीडीपी की बात की, लेकिन अमोघ तुम स्टैगरिंग कर रहे थे अमोघ बीच में. वेयर इज अमोघ? सो अमोघ आप बीच में, आई थिंक ही इज लॉस्ट द कनेक्शन, सो ही वाज स्टैमरिंग इन बिटवीन. Vijay, you said this is a true statement. India में 50% are involved in agriculture. That data you gave, and you said less than 2 hectare land with the farmer. This is something which you said, Vijay. What was the meaning of that? What were you trying to say, Vijay?
Yes, sir.
What were you trying to say?
Sir, I want to show the condition of the farmer that more than 85% farmer have very less land.
Okay, so that is the reason of the poverty.
2 hectares will come land है farmers के पास.
तो उसका solution क्या हो सकता है?
Yes, yes sir.
उसका solution क्या हो सकता है?
तो उसके लिए से हमने डिस्कस किया टेक्निकल सपोर्ट, उनको न्यू इनोवेशन के लिए सोलर पंप वगैरह प्रोवाइड किए जाएं, और कुछ फाइनेंशियल सॉल्यूशन, फाइनेंशियल उनको
लैंड कंसोलिडेट की जाए. लैंड कंसोलिडेशन कैन बी डन इन द विलेजेस, कि जहां छोटे छोटे लैंड होल्डिंग्स है उनको मर्ज करके बड़ा बनाया जा सके, कॉमन एफर्ट किया जाए और प्रॉफिट शेयर किया जाए, समथिंग लाइक दैट. क्रॉप्स में, टेक्नोलॉजी में, मशीन्स में, डिवाइसेस में, टूल्स में थोड़ी सी डेवलपमेंट की जाए. आई थिंक दोज थिंग्स वी कैन डिस्कस. वो पार्ट उसका किया जा सकता था. Aditya, it is you there, Aditya? You said this is a true statement, and Aditya, you mentioned that my friend said 18% of the GDP. Who mentioned about 18% of the GDP? 18% of the GDP? 18% of the GDP किसका meaning था? GDP 18%. Shivam, you mentioned or somebody? Amog, I think mentioned 18%. So 18% does not look like correct data. And Aditya also referred to the same. I think that is not a thing. But Aditya repeatedly was saying that you are debating. The suicide वाला जो topic चला तो उसमें बोला you are debating from the topic. Yes, that was. देखो कोई भी अगर तुम suicide arbitrarily बोलोगे ना तो वो deviation ही लगेगा. It will look like deviation. So you are not to mention anything जो आपका वहां पे true नहीं है. Otherwise वो deviation लगेगा. या तो clear करो कि why you are mentioning that, you need to clear. Otherwise it will look like deviation only. Anand, you started speaking correctly, but you shifted suddenly to Hindi. I'm not saying that is wrong, but देश की धरती सोना उगले ये गाने का मीनिंग क्या था? ये क्यों आपने वहां पे बोला?
सर ये बताने के लिए कि हाँ हमारा जो नेशन है वो सही में कृषि प्रधान है, तो क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग को जितना हो सके उतना एग्रीकल्चर पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, तो इससे हमारा देश का
नहीं, लेकिन इस गाने की जरूरत नहीं थी ना यार, वो तो पता ही है हमारा एग्रीकल्चर है। इस गाने या तो गाने से ये पता चलता कि यार मतलब कंट्री अगर फार्मर रिच हो जाए तो कंट्री रिच हो जाएगा। मनोज कुमार को डाल दिया तुमने यार बिना बात के। मनोज कुमार की जरूरत नहीं थी ना उसमें, वह मनोज कुमार वाज रिक्वायर्ड देयर। देश की धरती सोना उगले उसकी जरूरत नहीं थी गाने डालने की, तो एक मेरे को लगा कि तुम बस फॉर द सेक, ये सही है, ट्राई अच्छा है, लेकिन यहाँ बैठा नहीं, सेट नहीं बैठा। 50% एग्रीकल्चर में बिलीव करते हैं, बिलीव नहीं करते हैं, एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, एग्रीकल्चर में रखते हैं। तुमने बोला 50% लोग एग्रीकल्चर में बिलीव करते हैं, वो स्टेटमेंट गलत था। 0.5% ये तुमने बोला था, यस। 0.5% of GDP is spent on agriculture as of now, and this is what your data was. It is basically at the end you said that discussion was good. Actually everybody was saying conclusion make a discussion was good. It was not a good discussion, it was chaotic discussion. You should have said, friends, we had a discussion, though there were a lot of conflict and disagreements among the members. The discussion was not very smooth, but yes, some very good points have come out of the discussion. Discussion was not smooth, but very good points have come out of the discussion, something like that you can say. तो जब स्मूथ नहीं है डिस्कशन तो उसको गुड डिस्कशन बोलो मत, ऐसा लगेगा तुमने रट के बोल दिया उसको, दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड। सुमित तुम्हारा एनर्जी लेवल लो है, वेरी सुमित, आई थिंक इज लो, सुमित या एनर्जी लेवल लो था, और तुमने इंट्रोडक्शन में सफिशिएंट नहीं बोला, इंट्रोडक्शन बड़ी जल्दी खत्म कर दी। इंट्रोडक्शन तुम ज्यादा बोल सकते थे, तुमने बहुत जल्दी इंट्रोडक्शन खत्म कर दिया, और एनर्जी लेवल भी लो था। अमलेश तुम्हारा भी एनर्जी लेवल मेरे को कम लगा, और तुम ऐसे बैठे हो जैसे कैजुअल अप्रोच होती है ना बैठने की, आराम से बैठ रहे हो, वैसे बैठे हो। डोंट सिंक लाइक, एक्टिव मोड में बैठो, थोड़ा एक्टिव मोड में अमलेश बैठो, और एनर्जी लेवल थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज करो। कैजुअली नहीं लगना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए तुम कैजुअल बोल रहे हो। आपने बोला कि गवर्नमेंट शुड फोकस मेनली ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, ऐसा नहीं, गवर्नमेंट शुड ऑल्सो फोकस ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, मेनली ऑन एग्रीकल्चर नहीं तो एजुकेशन कहाँ जाएगा, हेल्थ कहाँ जाएगा, इंडस्ट्री कहाँ जाएगा। अगर गवर्नमेंट एग्रीकल्चर पे फोकस लगेगी करने तो बाकी सब बैठ जाएगा। तो यू शुड से कि along with other sectors of the society, economy, government should focus on agriculture also, because majority people depend upon it in case of India. So friend, this statement is very true in case of India, and if India is to become rich, then farmer is to become rich, because from there only prosperity will go up. That is how you have to say. And आपने बोला कि आपने कंक्लूजन बहुत अच्छा नहीं किया अमलेश, वो बड़ी जल्दी आपने समाप्त कर दिया, और आदित्य ने अमोक को और अमलेश को 2 बार कट किया कि आप टॉपिक से डेविएट कर रहे हो, 2 बार उसने उसको कट किया, एंड दैट इज नॉट इनकरेक्ट, दैट इज करेक्ट। आदित्य, आप बीच में सोचो कि किसी को कट कैसे करना है, जब वो डेविएट कर जाए तो कट करना है, और हर बार आदमी जीडी में डेविएट करता है, कोई ना कोई डेविएट करता है। तो you can Aditya say कि see, I'm not understanding why you are mentioning about suicide, because topic is something different. I think we are deviating more from the topic. तो इस तरीके से तुम उसको conclude कर सकते थे, वो गलत नहीं था। This is how it could have been done. बाकी अमोक का मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ कि वो इंट्रोडक्शन में अमोक आप थोड़ा स्टैमरिंग कर रहे थे, थोड़े रुक रहे थे। पिछली बार अमोक आपका डिस्कशन अच्छा था, लेकिन इस बार थोड़े से आप रुक रहे थे। बाकी श्रवण आपका मोर देन 50% ऑफ जीडीपी, ये क्या टर्म थी आपने यूज की थी? मोर देन 50%।
तो एक्चुअली वी नो कि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर जो हमारा है मोर देन 50% हमारे जीडीपी को कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है।
नहीं 50
यस सर, अप्रॉक्स नो अप्रॉक्स
सॉरी,
Around 18% it is.
इवन 18% ज्यादा है, 18% भी ज्यादा बोल रहे हो, वो प्राइमरी सेक्टर है, तो दिस डाटा इज रॉन्ग। जो सर्विस सेक्टर है ना, 50% तो सर्विस सेक्टर भी नहीं करता। देयर आर 3 सेक्टर्स, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी, टर्शियरी, सर्विस सेक्टर। सेकेंडरी इज इंडस्ट्री। तो तुम वो डाटा गलत मत दो, डाटा गलत दोगे तो सारा गड़बड़ हो जाएगी श्रवण। बाकी बोलने का तरीका ठीक है, लेकिन बीच में तुम यानिंग कर रहे थे, जमाई वाई ले रहे थे वो बीच में, और हंस भी रहे थे, वो थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करना है। वो ऐसे फ्री होके नहीं बैठना है कि चलो अब बाकी बोल रहे हैं मैं थोड़ा आराम कर लेता हूँ, वो नहीं करना यार। थोड़ा सा कैजुअल अप्रोच लग जाती है उसकी श्रवण। एक्टिव रहना। मैंने तुम्हें बोला ना कि जीडी में ऑब्जर्वर, अगर तुम कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हो और आई कॉन्टेक्ट्स के साथ बाकियों को नोट भी करते रहोगे ना, उसके भी 4 नंबर मिलते हैं 10 में से। अगर नोडिंग भी करते रहोगे, ध्यान से देखते रहोगे ना दूसरों को, और नोडिंग करोगे, एग्री डिसएग्री करोगे, तो उसके नंबर मिलते हैं। This is how it is done. So you need to active.
Next time I will improve, sir.
Yes. So श्रवण, तुम्हारा नेगेटिव फीडबैक ये है कि तुमने एक तो डाटा गलत दिया है, जो बिल्कुल गलत है, साफ दिख रहा है। दूसरा, कैजुअली तुम बैठे थे अंदर, और तीसरा कि तुम डिस्कशन जब कर रहे थे तो वो आर्गुमेंटेटिव हो जा रहा था। आर्गुमेंटेटिव मतलब जब डिस्कशन करो और किसी से कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट भी करना है, तो ऐसा ना लगे तुम आर्गुमेंट में फंस रहे हो, तुम झगड़ा कर रहे हो, वैसा नहीं लगना चाहिए।
Okay, sir.
Right, this is what you have to take care of. ये चीज का अंडरस्टैंड करना है। बाकी आई थिंक आई हैव गिवन यू द फीडबैक ऑफ ईच वन ऑफ यू।
सर मेरा सर फीडबैक है, मेरा नेट चला गया तो मैंने फीडबैक अपना सुन नहीं पाया।
मेरा तुम्हारा ये है कि तुमने एंड में बोला डिस्कशन अच्छा है, वो अच्छा डिस्कशन तो हुआ नहीं था। तुमने ये बोला कि यस इट इज ट्रू, जो स्टेटमेंट का साइड लिया दैट इज गुड, लेकिन तुमने ये बोला कि मेरे फ्रेंड ने बोला कि 18% जीडीपी, अमोघ ने शायद 18% जीडीपी बोला था, वो तुमने रेफर कर दिया वहां पे, जो गलत है स्टेटमेंट, वो सही स्टेटमेंट नहीं है।
यस सर।
एंड देन आपने डिस्कशन बहुत जल्दी ओपन कर दिया, इंट्रोडक्शन बहुत ही कम दिया आपने इंट्रोडक्शन बहुत कम दिया, मतलब तुम ज्यादा कर सकते थे। बाकी आपने बोला डिस्कशन अच्छा है, जो अच्छा नहीं था, स्मूथ डिस्कशन नहीं था, जो कंक्लूजन तो निकल गया लेकिन डिस्कशन स्मूथ नहीं था।
सर वन मोर थिंग सर, जैसे जब सर मुझे किसी को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट, जैसे जब किसी को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करना सर, उसको थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करिए कैसे करते हैं उस चीज को।
कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करना है तो नहीं, वैसे करना जैसे किया था। आप ये बोल सकते हो कि ओके शिवम, व्हाट यू आर सेइंग आई डू नॉट एग्री टोटली टू दैट, आई थिंक यू आर डेविएटिंग फ्रॉम द टॉपिक। इस तरीके से करना है आपने कि सी यू आर टॉकिंग।
सर जैसे मैंने सर बीच में 2 बार सर कट किया था, एक बार सर अमोक को, सर एक बार किसी को, सर जहाँ पे सर फार्मर सुसाइड वाला सीन हुआ तो मैंने वहां पे कट कर दिया।
हाँ वो ठीक है, वो मैं बोल चुका तुम्हें, वो ठीक है, कोई ट्रबल नहीं उसमें, तुम बोल सकते हो। लेकिन ये बोलो कि सी यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सुसाइड, आई एम नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाई यू आर। गो अहेड। I have already given this feedback, Aditya. You can listen to this in YouTube when we upload it. तो मैं feedback दे चुका हूँ उसका, सुसाइड का। Fine.
सर मेरा feedback सर विजय का।
विजय मैं दे चुका हूँ तुम्हारा feedback। तुम जो starting अच्छा तुमने जो बोला है कि true statement that is correct. 50% are involved in agriculture, they are related to agriculture, that is the point you said. Less than 2 hectares, that was so. तो इंट्रोडक्शन वाला पार्ट सही था, लेकिन कंक्लूजन बहुत फास्ट दे दिए तुमने, जिसकी इतनी जल्दी कंक्लूड नहीं करना चाहिए था तुम्हें, थोड़ा टाइम लेके कंक्लूजन करना चाहिए था।
ओके,
थोड़ा टाइम लो, कंक्लूजन तो जितना मर्जी लंबा खींच दो, कंक्लूजन में पास नहीं होना चाहिए तुम्हें। कंक्लूजन शुड बी वेरी गुड, मतलब तुम ध्यान से सुनोगे तो कंक्लूजन कर दोगे, ध्यान से सुनोगे तो कंक्लूजन नहीं कर पाओगे, दैट इज द मेन ट्रबल।
Sir, I have questions.
How is the mic?
हेलो सर। सर जैसे कि हमने सुसाइड का पॉइंट रखा था, तो उस टाइम आदित्य ने ये कट कर दिया, तो उसको ओवरकम कैसे करेंगे सर उस टाइम में?
नहीं ओवरकम वो कट करेगा तो तू बोलना सी व्हाई आई एम मेंशनिंग अबाउट सुसाइड इज बिकॉज इट इज रिलेटेड टू पॉवर्टी, और अगर पॉवर्टी है तो सुसाइड होगा। सिचुएशन किसी भी कंट्री में अगर लोग भूख की वजह से सुसाइड कर रहे हैं तो कंट्री डेवलप कैसे हो सकता है? ऐसे कुछ लिंक बनाओ ना, जिसलिए तुमने मेंशन किया। अगर गलत पॉइंट बोला तो जस्टिफाई नहीं कर पाओगे, अगर सही बोला तो बताओ, लिंक बताओ उसका, क्या लिंक है उसका, टेल दैट लिंक, राइट?
सर हाउ इज माय कंक्लूजन सर?
योर कंक्लूजन वाज ओके, मतलब बहुत लंबा तुम बेसिकली कंक्लूजन तुमने कुछ लोगों का पॉइंट उसमें रखा था शिवम, कंक्लूजन में तुमने बाकी लोगों का पॉइंट रखा था, मतलब जितना
मैंने कहा था कि इट वाज नॉट अ स्मूथ डिस्कशन and that some of us was not stick to the topic for half of the discussion, I think.
ये नहीं बोलना होता, ये नहीं बोलना होता उसमें। some of them were not sticking to this. वो नहीं बोलना होता है. That is not correct statement. You are not to say this, right?
सर उसके बाद सर जीडीपी का क्या बोला था, सब लोग उस पे एग्री कर रहे थे जीडीपी के लिए कि इंक्रीज करेगा ही करेगा कंट्री का, तो वो बस बोला था मैंने, उसके बाद इतना ही कंक्लूजन में बोला था सर.
ठीक है, कोई ट्रबल नहीं.
सर आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन. सर इस डिस्कशन के बीच में सर एक फार्मर सुसाइड का पॉइंट आया था, और सर एक वन नेशन वन मार्केट सर 2 पॉइंट आए थे बीच में. सर मैंने दोनों पॉइंट्स को उस टाइम कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट किया था ये बोलते हुए कि ये रिलेवेंट नहीं है यहाँ पे. ऐसे सर डू आई नीड टू कंसीडर दीज पॉइंट्स व्हाइल आई एम गिविंग द कंक्लूजन, और आई थिंक आई कैन जस्ट लीव दीज पॉइंट्स?
नहीं, आपने ये नहीं बोलना कि पॉइंट रेलिवेंट नहीं है. कंक्लूजन में वो चीज नहीं बोलनी होती, वो बीच में बोलना होता है. जब कोई डेविएट कर रहा है तब बोलो, जो ऐसे आप सुसाइड के लिए बोल रहे थे, तो वहां पे इसको ऐड करना होता है, कंक्लूजन में नहीं. कंक्लूजन में इसको ऐड नहीं करना.
सर जैसे मैंने वहां पे सब कट कर दिया और कंक्लूजन में इसको कंसीडर करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है.
कंक्लूजन में इसको ऐड नहीं करना है. यू आर नॉट टू ऐड दैट इन कंक्लूजन. कंक्लूजन में ओनली वर्स. या
सर मेरा कैसा रहा पिछले बार की?
नहीं ठीक है, तुम्हारी एनर्जी अच्छी थी आनंद, एनर्जी लेवल अच्छा था. बाकी मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ऐसी कोई चीज ऐड मत करो जिसकी जरूरत नहीं है. पिछले बार के कंपैरिजन में तो यू हैव एडिशन इज देयर, परफॉर्मेंस इज इंप्रूव्ड, नो डाउट. एनर्जी लेवल है बोल रहे हो, लेकिन एग्रेशन में नहीं आना है. जैसे बात करते करते ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि एग्रेशन हो रहा है. डोंट डू दैट. इट शुड नॉट लुक लाइक एग्रेशन, राइट?
मेरा कुछ इंप्रूवमेंट सर लास्ट टाइम सर, दिस वाज माय सेकंड सेशन, सो वाज देयर एन इंप्रूवमेंट?
Yes, see, it will be improvement. Every time it will be improvement. Don't bother about performance as of now. Don't bother about that कि मेरा performance कैसा है. तुम्हें खुद भी पता लगेगा और करते जाओ बस. Keep moving it, keep doing it. That is something which you have to do. अपना करते जाओ. Don't bother about that particular thing. Fine. ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, बस करते जाओ. Keep appearing, keep doing that.
सर मेरे साथ यही प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है कि हम कंटिन्यूअस इंग्लिश नहीं बोल पाते, थोड़ा सा बीच बीच में मैं हिंदी में आ जाते हैं.
कोई बात नहीं, हिंदी की वजह से नेगेटिव नहीं आएगा तुम्हारा. देश की धरती सोना उगले वो सही है, लेकिन अगर वो सेट बैठ जाता तो, अगर वो सेट बैठता, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसे पंच मारा करो. वो पंच बोलना है, हिंदी में बोलना है, लेकिन वो कोई ट्रबल नहीं है, बोल सकते हो. लेकिन यू नीड टू बेसिकली थिंक ऑफ दैट कि हाँ वो यूज होगा कि नहीं होगा वहां पे. ये दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ये बोलना जरूरी है.
सर व्हाट नेगेटिविटी इज पॉइंट इन दिस डिस्कशन?
व्हाट सुमित?
सर
ओके, आई थिंक सुमित ये है कि तुम्हारा एनर्जी लेवल थोड़ा सा लो था, इंट्रोडक्शन भी ढंग से नहीं कर पाए, और ये डिस्कनेक्टिविटी की प्रॉब्लम थी. सी इफ योर कनेक्शन इज नॉट वेरी गुड ना, तो मेरे को वो देखने में और सुनने में ट्रबल होता है, तो फीडबैक देना मुश्किल है. बट यस, यू लिसन टू योर दिस ऑल द जीटीज गो ऑन यूट्यूब. उसको सुनना है, खुद अपने आप को सुनना है, आपने कैसा बोला, तो वहां से भी पता लगता है, और डिस्कशन जो मैं कंक्लूजन करता हूँ उससे पता लगता है. बाकी क्या है ना कि तुम बहुत ज्यादा बॉदर मत करो यार कि मैं कैसा बोल रहा हूँ, नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. बोलने पे ध्यान दो, अच्छे तरीके से बोलो, और जो मैं पॉइंट्स बताता हूँ उन पॉइंट्स के ऊपर फोकस करो कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. जस्ट कीप डूइंग द प्रैक्टिस, एंड विद प्रैक्टिस इट विल कम. फाइन. चलो नेक्स्ट, देन टुमारो we'll again have GD. Tomorrow again we'll have GD, and let's see. Yeah.
तो कुछ पॉइंट्स कितना मिलना चाहिए?
नहीं, अभी नहीं देंगे, अभी नहीं देंगे. वो नेक्स्ट GD में जब मेरे को लगेगा तो मैं पॉइंट्स दूंगा, अभी नहीं देंगे उसको. फाइन. ऑल द बेस्ट एंड गुड नाइट.
गुड नाइट सर. गुड नाइट फ्रेंड्स.